Caterpillar 775G is an off-highway truck and it can carry up to 64 tonnes. This model is in the colours of the French company Eurovia Carrier de Luche. As is usual for a Tonkin Caterpillar model, it comes in a plain outer shipping carton, and that's always a nice bit of extra protection to the model box. This model comes in a Eurovia branded box and it's a similar style to the Caterpillar branded box with the model visible through a window. But don't be tempted to smash the window open in your rush to get the model out. Just open the flap at the end and pull out the plastic formers. These are on a popper arrangement and when you open them up you can lift the model out. There's no assembly to do on this model because this model is complete out of the box. Starting underneath, there's some decent chassis detail, although some of the plastic elements are simple. The tyres have a fairly shallow tread pattern, and they are mounted on plastic wheels with some reasonable detailing. The front grille has twin wheel chocks at the bottom, but there's no cat logo on the grille or indeed anywhere else on the outside of the model. There are metal handrails, although they're mounted on large brackets, and you might need to gently straighten one or two up. A number of the engine components are modelled in plastic, and there are some sharp graphics applied. This model has some improvements compared to the first Caterpillar branded model. The big black screws are painted and the piston rams are silver. At the back, the detailing on the rear axle suspension is very good with tiny graphics, and the metal dump body has a good structure and is complete with usable lifting eyes on the top edge. Yo ho ho ho, it's into the mine we go. And there we find the 775G and it doesn't roll entirely smoothly. So let's raise it up and take a look underneath. And actually one of the front wheels on the review model is a bit stiff. There is steering on the front axle and it's got a reasonable range of movement. So let's set the steering and see how the truck gets along. And all in all it rolls reasonably well. There's another good feature and this time it's on the rear axle, and that is that it has working suspension. The rams that control it are stiff and the range of movement is very good. Also on the rear axle there are rock deflector bars, and they are there to stop rocks getting jammed between the tyres. With the truck on the floor the suspension works well. Moving on to the dump bed, and the functionality here is better than the original Caterpillar version of the model. The rams are stiffer and although they can't hold every pose, they can hold the dump bed fully up. Another worthwhile improvement that makes quite a difference to the model is the pistons. They are silvered and they look much better than the painted coloured versions on the earlier model. There is another unusual feature on this model, which is that the outer rear wheels are removable, and on the real truck this narrows the width for transportation. However, on the model you can't reduce the width in other places such as the mirror assemblies. Time for a genuine imitation real-life test. And here we'll go for some super realistic dumping of rocks. This is a limited edition model and in this colour scheme only 300 have been made. And it's also good to see that some improvements have been made on this latest edition of the model. It's a reasonably detailed model with decent functionality, and it's also priced competitively. So overall this version is good enough to highly recommend.